Being cold-hearted is a very interesting subject. Some people want to be cold-hearted because they want to be left alone, while others want to be cold-hearted because they've been hurt and want to prevent it from happening again. Whatever your reason, being cold-hearted has its benefits. It portrays authority, and people will respect you more. Today, I'll talk about how you can become more cold-hearted and go over actionable steps. Number 1. Stick to your decisions. Understand that not every decision will be your best. But even when it's not, stick to it as long as it doesn't cause harm. If people see you stick to your decisions regardless of the situation, they'll respect you because you've made your choice. Many people don't know what they want, so they'll follow the most convincing person. If that's you, you'll gain authority. It's not always the best decisions that help you, but the ones that the most people follow. Cold-hearted people don't rely on others to tell them what to do. If you discover a decision you've made is harmful, you can change it and explain your reasoning to the people around you. Most people will understand. Number 2. Minimize contact with other people. The more people you're in contact with, the more problems you're likely to encounter. As a cold-hearted person, you want to minimize your problems, so only keep in contact with people if necessary. If you need to maintain some communication, try to cut back as much as possible. Number 3. Avoid unnecessary communication. Limit your communication to short contact with only necessary people. If you must talk to someone, give short answers. Respond yes or no to questions whenever you can, and for open-ended questions, try to be direct. Number 4. Be direct. Being direct helps you to avoid a lot of unnecessary communication. The other person will get their answer and you'll be free to leave. Most people aren't direct, so the other person is less likely to expect that you will be. They may freeze for a few seconds and struggle to think of anything to say, so you can end the conversation. People who are not afraid to be direct tend to be those with authority and power. 5. Don't express thoughts or feelings. Keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself or limited to a small group, and don't say sorry when you don't have to. Expressing your feelings and thoughts to others is unnecessary. Keep them to yourself to not increase communication or have long conversations with others. If you have the urge to express thoughts and feelings, keep them to a close group or someone you trust, rather than sharing with anyone and everyone to maintain your cold-hearted persona. Number 6. Use logic over emotions. Emotions can get in the way of logic when it comes to making decisions. Cold-hearted people don't look back at the good times. They focus on the present and the future and make their decisions accordingly. Number 7. Know your value. Cold-hearted people think highly of themselves. Don't be a jerk, but it's very important to know your value. Think of everything you achieved in life. Maybe you've got a successful business or have completed something that the average person hasn't. Remind yourself of how valuable you are when maintaining your cold-hearted persona. Remembering your successes will trick your brain into feeling the emotions you felt when you first succeeded, and you'll feel a bit better. Number 8. Turn your anger into fuel. If you're looking to become a cold-hearted person, your past is probably somewhat to blame. If you're angry, don't just push it down. Use it as fuel to achieve the thing you want. I've been angry after being betrayed. It's part of life. Use your anger as fuel to help you to get back up. Athletes and other successful people often use their anger as motivation to gain power, knowledge, or whatever else they want. They use it to fuel their dreams. I suggest using this strategy as a last resort, though. It's not very healthy. Number 9. Keep busy. You can avoid feeling like you have to turn your anger into fuel by keeping yourself busy. Keeping busy will help you maintain your cold-hearted persona by redirecting your attention from your emotions to your actions. Focusing on long-term actions is the best way to see significant improvements. A word of caution, though. Don't follow social media hustle culture. It's very toxic and bad for your mental health. Focus on other things. Number 10. Focus on loved ones. Cold-hearted people always have a why. What is yours? For some people, it's loved ones like family and friends. Others want to prove themselves. Whatever yours is, prioritize your why over focusing on hustling, to keep you from ending up in a toxic mental space. Number 11. Have a self-care routine. Having a self-care routine is a great way to develop discipline. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. Going to the gym every day could be enough. Self-care is very important, but we may neglect it when we feel bad about ourselves. If you can take care of yourself, you can take care of your life. There may be times when you cannot take care of yourself, and that's okay. We are all human. Number 12. Ask for help. We all like to think we're superhuman, capable of doing whatever we want. Unfortunately, we're not. This pressure causes problems for many men, especially. Men ages 18-30 have higher rates of suicide than any other group. We try to do everything ourselves, but it really brings us down if we can't. If you're struggling with feelings like this, try to talk to someone you trust. You don't want to be cold-hearted every day for the rest of your life. Number 13. Don't be cold-hearted toward the world. You may be in pain, but being cold-hearted 24/7 will cause more pain than it prevents. The purpose of being a cold-hearted person isn't to be cold for the sake of it, but to cultivate the power and focus needed to achieve your goals. I've covered a lot of information, so if you're serious about being a cold-hearted person, reread this post and take notes. I hope that this has been helpful.